everybody, and welcome to Creativity Time, Little Miss Picks edition. Oops, I had the volume up. Today we are going to create an never-ending card. Little Miss has requested this, so not only is she requesting the type of card I'm making now, she's also going to tell me what stamp set I'm going to be using and what one color I have to use. So that is the concept of Little Miss Picks. My name is Tatiana. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Australia, and Little Miss is my mini-me, my daughter, and I don't know what we're going to be doing apart from a never-ending card. So let's flip to the table and get started. Okay, taking my glasses off, got my eyes closed, come on. Show me the stamp set. I can't wait to see, because I can't come up with designs until I know what I'm making. I hope it's a good one.
I hope so too.
Okay. Glasses on. We have Artistically inked, beautiful, with Melon Mambo. Didn't you pick Melon Mambo recently? Already? I feel like you have. Doesn't matter. Melon Mambo and Artistically inked. Let me see. I think, oh, so many choices. Okay, what color should we do the base? Morning, Margaret. Well, I love the stamp set choice, and we have coordinating dies.
Yay, coordinating dies.
They are the artistic dies. And got Melon Mambo. Okay, challenge. I think I'll do the flower in Melon Mambo.
I like this thing and this thing.
You like these things? You can use those. What colour for the background?
Maybe a blue?
Blue. Okay. A blue.
Tahitian type? Tahitian type?
Oh, you want to go? No, I don't want to go bright for the background. I want something a bit more subtle. I know. Soft sea foam.
Ooh, soft foam.
She likes?
Yeah.
Okay. I need a big sheet of soft sea foam.
Good idea.
Okay, so let's put this to the side, and I need the trimmer. And I have, from previous times, my instructions on what we need for a never-ending card. So we need to cut 2 pieces each, because Little Miss will be creating today. This will be the front piece, this will be the back piece. So, and you do cut them in half in different directions, but I suggest starting with just the 2 pieces. So they're both 10 centimeters or 100 millimeters by 148, which is 14.8. So let's start with that. 14.8. I'm going to do that twice since we're each doing it.
Yeah.
14.8.
What happens if you don't do it 14.8?
Well, you can do other measurements, but I've calculated everything based on these measurements. Okay, and then 10 centimeters. So I'm going to go 10 centimeters. That's one set. And then the other set. So basically you end up with 2 pieces of cardstock for the base, just separated instead of one piece, like a folded piece. Oh, see, exactly the same. And now we need to do scoring. So,
Are the dotted lines the scoring lines?
yes, the dotted lines are the score lines. So for the front piece, we need to score 25 millimeters in from each side. So find 2.5 and move the cutting blade so I can use my scoring blade. And 25.
It's a very good idea not to accidentally cut it.
Yes. So I'm just going to do the second set straight away. So again, 25 millimeters from each side. And then for the second piece, the back piece, we need to score 37 millimeters from the top and bottom. 5, 6, 7, 37. And do that. 5, 6, 7. That's that one. And I need to do the second one. 5. And I will put all these measurements up on my blog when I post this project. I'm very behind in the blogging. Okay, so I've got my 2 pieces scored. So you can see scoring is vertical on one and horizontal on the other. So the vertical one is the front, and we need to cut that in half. So that's at 74 millimeters. So 74. And try not to mix that up. So that's yours.
Thank you.
Cut this one at 74.
That cutting board is really helpful.
It is. And then the back piece where the score lines are horizontal, you want to cut it in half vertically at 50 millimeters or 5 centimeters. That's yours.
You.
And 5 centimeters. And that is mine. So that's the card base. Now, because I'm using the soft sea foam as the card base, I'm going to cut basic white panels. So these are the panels that I need to cut. So I need 2 pieces of 144 or 14.4 by 46 millimeters, 14.6. I'm just going to grab
14.6. 4.6.
4.6, sorry. Anyway, let's start with 46 millimeters. And for each project I need 2, so it means I'm cutting 4 since I'm cutting for Little Miss as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oops. Slid out. And now I'm going to cut these down to 144. So that's 1 for you. 1 for you.
Thank you.
144. That's 2 for you.
Thank you. One
For me. And 2
Another
for me.
for you.
And then I need to cut 2 at 7 by 9.6. Oh, I can fit that. Actually, yes. So I'll do 9.6 first. Get 3 out of this piece. 1 for you. 2 for you. And there's 1 for me, because that should be 7 centimeters. Yep. And then I just need to grab some more basic white. What's it? 96. Yeah, let's cut that at 96. And 7 centimeters. So that's 2 for me. That is the main things. Then I have calculated, I don't have on hand an example of a never-ending card, but there are bits that we can decorate with DSP, which I am thinking we're going to use. Hey Renee, how's it going? I haven't opened it. No, I only got it in the mail, and it has lots of different patterns. I think it'll be fun to use the soft seafoam pattern.
What are the soft seafoam pieces?
So we've got stripies, love hearts, dots, all that. So what do you want, my dear?
I'm going to go with the dots.
I'm going to go with the dots. I don't know why I bothered flipping, because it's
The exact same thing.
same thing.
I don't know if I want the dots or the stripies.
I think those are going to be too big for this.
Okay.
I'm tempted to go with the... Oh, I might go with these ones. Okay, so we've got the instructions here. We need... let's cut 42 millimeters. And then one's at 140. So that's the first one.
How many do you need?
Just one of each. Let's do the 42 millimeter. Oh, let's see. That's all right. Well, let's cut the 66. Never done it with...
DSP?
I've never done it with 6x6 DSP, so 42. Oh, look at that. We can use 6x6 DSP. We just enough.
That's so little that you cut off.
And 66. So that's the second one.
Oh, yeah.
And we've got it already at 92. Ooh, no we don't.
Oh.
What was I thinking when I cut that? I cut it at 66, so now I'm doing the 92.
Oh, so it's not a problem.
Nope, not a problem.
Phew.
All correct. So those are the 3 pieces we need. And then what you're going to do is cut those in quarters into 4 pieces. So the reason why I've cut them as one solid piece is because if you're going to use a very detailed DSP that has like flowers and stuff, it's nice to cut it so that you can, the pattern continues. You'll see what I mean when when we start assembly, but let me just cut mine. So 42. And 66. I love that that fits just on a 6x6. This was at 92. Don't need this bit. And 66. And 140. Now you might be wondering why I'm using millimeters. I have studied architecture, so I am used to working in millimeters.
You like precision?
Yes, I like precision, but I mean 140 versus 14 is the same thing. It's just, you know, it's getting rid of the decimals really. Okay, so then it says cut into 4, 70 by 21 centimeter. I'm going to do the 21 centimeter first because it's the harder cut.
Yeah, 21 is really hard. It's a millimeter more than 2 centimeters.
And then 70. If I butt these up, no, I'm not going to risk it. They could move. So this one's mine. So I'm going to make sure I'm going to keep it laid out. It's off camera. So if you see, you can move that. That was one solid piece. And now it's cut into 4, and I'm making sure I'm keeping them, which isn't so much of a problem with this DSP,
Or mine?
or well, this packet. It's more of an issue when you use other DSP that has a very strong pattern.
Yeah.
Ooh, no, no, no. There. Okay, little miss, let's keep yours. It's the most difficult part of
The never-ending part?
never-ending card is all the cutting.
Yeah.
I'm trying to simplify it as much as I can. So this one is we cut into 4 33 by 21 millimeters. So again, I'm going to do the 21 first, just because it's the skinnier cut. And then 33, 1, 2, 3. Now you don't have to use DSP, you don't need to even add DSP. This bit is definitely optional, but I've got to say it really adds to the project. Just takes it to the next level.
So it looks cute without, but with it looks cuter.
Yes, that's a great summary of what I just said. Well done, my dear.
Thank you.
Okay, and the final one, I like that I have this cheat sheet cut into 4 33 by 46. So I'll start with the 33 and 46. It's essentially in half, but I've just done the maths.
So it's easier. This part is a lot of cutting.
It is, what was it, 33? No, 46. So you always measure twice, cut once. I always cut that wrong.
Uh-oh.
And
What happens if you didn't realise that you cut it wrong until you cut it?
then you have to start again
Uh-oh.
and waste some DSP.
Which is sad.
Okay, last two cuts, 46. And 46. Okay,
All done.
all done. So for the next step, I'm just going to carefully move these
To the side.
to the side. And we're going to take, oh, I should have done this before, but it's not a big deal.
Take this one.
We're going to take our base and front. Oh, you've just dropped my cheat sheet.
Sorry.
Okay, so before you cut these in half, we should have burnished the folds. But that's okay, it can be done afterwards. It's not a big deal.
I'm dropping everything.
So I'm going to just fold along the score lines. Oops, that's a bit dirty. And burnish that fold. I don't know why my bone folder is a bit dirty.
Is this one clean?
Looks like it. So it's a little easier to have done this so that you only do it twice per front and back, but that's okay. Not a big
Wait,
deal.
so you fold one that way, then fold the other.
You're folding and burnishing both directions. So I'm doing
in
one
both
way
directions.
and then I'm folding it back on itself and then opening it up again. Because the never-ending card is constantly folding,
Oh, true.
so you want to burnish it both ways so that it's going to easily fold in both directions. And then the same thing to the back. Where's the back cheat sheet though?
You have to do it to all the pieces?
Yes, to all the pieces. So I was just trying to get rid of the trimmer as quick as possible. I wish I did this before I cut. Totally forgot.
That's alright.
So that's the back.
Okay, now the back pieces.
And one last one for me. And there. Okay. Got my back and my front panels. Now, if you look at my back cheat sheet, I've got these colored in areas. This is where your adhesive is going to go. So that's the back. I've got them the wrong way around there. Okay, so onto the back panel. So that's the panels that are cut vertically. I'm going to add glue just to this corner and this corner, this corner and this corner. So I'm just going to use a pencil, if I can find one. Why can I not find a pencil? No, well, I'm just going to use a pen. So I'm putting crosses. They're not fully dark.
So in those little bits.
Yes. But don't put the glue on all at once. It's on these ones. Do one corner at a time. I'm just going, I prefer the multi-purpose liquid glue simply because it has wiggle room. So I'm not going to go to the edges. I'm going to kind of stick to where the cross is. Can you see? And then I'm going to grab the bottom half of the front panel and line that corner to corner. And this is why I use the liquid glue, because then I can tap it and place it right in the corner. So I've got one piece connected, and now I'm going to add my glue to the other corner and bring this over the top, and again making sure it's sitting flush. So you definitely need to cut before you glue and have all the folds, so you can see that. And then you can do the last two at once. So I'm going to go boom, boom, and take the top panel and stick corner, corner, and I'm going to flip it down, tap to make sure it's all flush, make sure it's all even. So we want that fold, the center cut lined up, we want the edges all lined up, and flip over to the back and check the same. So there is, I'm just going to give it a moment to dry.
I think I get it.
You get it? Yeah. Okay, start with that corner there.
Sure.
Okay, and so now you can see I can fold my card, folding my card, folding my card.
Wait, do you glue it down
And
this
that
way?
is, yes, that's the way. So how about we bring it in on camera? Scoot up. You might have to stand for this one. So Little Miss, we're going to re-glue the second one. Well, not re-glue, we're going to show you again. Little Miss has got her glue in the corner. And now you're going to take your front piece and line it up with that corner. So this is where the liquid glue is good, because you've got that wiggle room. And I like to use the tabletop. Tap, 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 tap. And then you're adding glue to this corner. That's heaps. And we're lining this corner with that corner. Are you understanding, my dear?
Yeah. Then you can do these two at once.
Yes, because they're kind of a bit more stabilized. Okay, do you want to do those two? Sure. Do them on camera though for me, please. Yep, that's enough. Yep. And now place the second. Well, I find it easier if you can butt that straight edge up. Yep. And don't forget, there's wiggle room, so if it's not perfect the first time, we can move it to the right place. Press it down. And let's just fix that corner there and there. So this is why I prefer liquid glue, because you can just get it into that right position. So there we go. Look, yours now flips. Flips. And this is why burnishing the folds
And flips again.
first is the great. So now you need to decide whether you want your card to be portrait mode or landscape mode.
Landscape.
Landscape? Okay, so we're going to be flipping it like this. And this is where I like to place my DSP bits first. Oh,
This is so fun to flip.
it is fun. So we can bring in our DSP pieces.
DSP. Yep.
There is the first cut that we did.
With these ones.
And this is where I was talking. So we're going to place them on the 4 kind of smaller sections. You would say there's 6 sections to the card, and I'm going to place them or adhere them all down like that. So this is what I was saying. When the DSP has a lot of pattern that continues on, this is where it's nice to cut it from a solid rectangle and cut that into 4 pieces, then cutting the 4 pieces individually. So it sits nicely. I'm just grabbing another glue.
Then you glue it down.
Yep, and then you glue it down. Now, if you were using directional DSP,
What does that mean?
it means that a DSP that has a specific
Side.
orientation, so it has to go up and down or across. You need to be aware whether you want a landscape card or a portrait mode card first before you cut these and stick them down. So for example, if I insisted on my stripes going up and down instead of going horizontally, I would have had to cut these. I don't mind, it doesn't bother me which direction they're in, so that worked out well. But if it does, you need to be aware.
The dots doesn't matter at all.
For dots, it does not matter, no.
You can just place it.
But for the love hearts, which are on the back of mine, they probably don't look as good sideways as they would up and down. Anyway, so then you flip your card to the next position, and you can burnish that fold a little bit more now that it's in the adhered. And the next set of DSP go in the other 4 corners. 1, 2,
This is like an easy part.
3, 4. Yes. And the reason why you don't have to glue these down at this point, the reason I am, is because we've got them on our desk cut up, and I don't want to misplace them somewhere
Yeah, that's a good idea.
or move them. You know, they could go flying off the desk.
Mine
And then
already
would be-
been flying.
No, not these bits.
Oh yeah, not these bits, the white bits.
Well,
But the white bits are safe.
they're safe for now. I really should open any glue, but I know there's more glue in here. Oh, come on. There. And then flip again.
Let's first flip down.
So I'm just going to burnish. And, oh, I forgot we were supposed to cut that middle section twice. Cut 2. Ha!
What?
This one, the 66 by 42, is supposed to be cut twice.
Wait, put this one. Where do you put?
42.
Do you put them in these corners here?
Yes,
Okay. These ones?
yes. And that's the 66. Nope. This is the 66. So this way is 42. I didn't read my own instructions. That's all right. We're using more of the DSP. And so that's cut into 21 by 33.
Get me out.
I'm thinking 3. As I was folding, I'm thinking, oh, I'm sure there's 4 positions. Okay, there's your second set. 1, 2.
Get.
We're both having glue issues.
There.
Ah.
Finally. It's fun making never-ending cards.
You're having fun?
Yeah.
Oh, that is good. I am glad.
Are you?
Yes, I am.
That's
What's the second cut? 33. Whoop. Okay, so the next 4 go right here. Goes there, this one goes there, and this one goes there. Are we following, people? Do you have any questions?
I have a question.
Yes, go.
Why are you going so fast?
Because I've made this before, because I make a lot more cards than you do.
Okay.
It's right, you can catch up when you catch up. It's
Rush.
no rush, no competition. See, I cut this one differently, so my stripes are going up and down now. But that's okay, it's not a big deal. Kind of goes well with this way.
Okay. What ones do I use for this part? Do I use these ones?
Yep, don't forget to burnish them.
Yes.
And now I'm going to flip to the last panel, and my pieces will go here, 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 and here.
Mixed up.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I guess. This color is good, but sometimes it just doesn't want to come out.
It is good. It's annoying when it's low. Oh, come on. Yay. That's enough glue to stick that down.
That's enough glue to stick that down.
Okay, so we were doing landscape, weren't we? Okay, so at the beginning...
Landscape?
Yes.
Oh yeah, this is landscape. What's these?
At the beginning, we also cut all these white strips, and I'm just going to show you where they're going to go. These will be cut in half. So that one will go in there and it'll be cut in half so it can flip with that. Then this one will go here, and again it will be cut in half so that it can flip. And then here, cut in half to flip, and here, cut in half to flip. The reason why I am not cutting them in half just yet is because I want to do the stamping, and I want the stamping to perfectly align across the cuts. So I am leaving them. I'm just checking the orientation of them. Yep.
This is why you need wiggle room. I just discovered why.
You just discovered why. Excellent. Okay, so these are my pieces, and it'll be a skinny one first, a tall one first, with skinny one showing through from the next page. So you've got to be aware when you're stamping where these are going, and then this one. So let's start with the front. I'm thinking, hold on. Yep. Okay, so we're going to start with this one, which will be stuck down right here. And I should probably take the stamp set out now.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
So I'm going to put my cheat sheets away, and we are going to stamp. I'm going to stamp this big flower and that one, and we're going to use some leaves. So since Little Miss picked Melon Mambo, I will stamp them in Melon Mambo. So I'm going to grab some basic white. I'm going to cut it down so that it can fit into the Stampin' Cut Emboss machine. And I'm going to stamp that, adding blocks. And this is a, what's it called, a distinctive stamp set.
What does
So
that mean?
it has a lot of texture in it, and I find if your ink pad is too inky, that distinctive look isn't going to come out. So I'm just going to push some ink to the side. Where's my... Just using my clear block. Our clear blocks have a nice smooth edge, so it's not going to ruin your ink pad. Now, as you can see, my dear, you asked what distinctive is. Can you see how it's got all those lights and darks?
Yeah.
Yes, that's distinctive.
Ah.
So it's not just a solid colour. And if the ink pad is too juicy,
It will become a solid colour. It
Yeah.
wouldn't have detail.
it won't have that detail. So I'm going to use that one. And that one. And the leaves will not be in Melon Mambo. What colour should I do the leaves? I've got this one. I want, oh, Lost Lagoon would look lovely.
Oh yeah. Yay.
So I'm just, I know that my Lost Lagoon is definitely very inky because it's a fairly new ink pad. So I gave it some extra pushing. And I don't know how many of the leaves we may need. Possibly 3 for the front. Oh, I love that combo. What do you think, my dear?
Yeah.
Here, let me open a new...
Yes.
I think it's time to open new glues.
Yeah.
I'm being a bit stingy. I'm challenging us using these old glues.
New glues are the best. They come out so easily.
There
Maybe
you
too
go.
easily sometimes.
Too easy, don't be careful. Okay, so that's for the front. Should we decorate each? What do you think? Decorate each panel and then flip to the next one, or stamp everything, cut everything, and then decorate?
Decorate, move to the next one.
Okay, so I'm going to cut these out. Bring in the dies. That one. And that one.
And the
And that one. Okay, so remember this is not stuck down yet because
no.
I need to cut it. So I'm being aware that I'm not going to place some elements, but I'm happy for the elements to go over those edges.
Yeah, it makes it look cool.
So-
I like it.
I know I've got that there. So I'm going to add the glue here. Ooh, that is super runny.
No.
There. And then I'm going to pop that one up on dimensionals.
Ooh. Wouldn't the card be puffy if you put dimensionals in
It
the
could
card?
be. Could be a little too much, but it is the front. So when we
Okay.
put it in the envelope, this will be... So I won't use dimensionals on the other bits.
Okay.
Like that. And then the leaves. Do we want the leaves there or behind? Oh, behind, definitely behind. So I'm trying to make sure I place my leaves so that it's not going off the edge of the card. I do like placing leaves off edge in projects, but for this one, it's not the best of ideas. I've got a bit of extra glue there. Leaves. But it's okay that it's still staying on this panel, and it's okay that it's popping off this panel because I think I calculated, yep. Oh no, it'll bend. It needs to bend. So that didn't work. That is not going to work because it needs to bend. I didn't think about the bend. Okay.
No idea.
Gotta take to the drawing board. Let's cut me a new panel. I thought I was being so clever.
It has that bit. That's how you know it's gonna fold.
Yes.
Oh, it was such a good idea.
It was.
Oh, come
I suppose I
on.
could score it. It was going to look good. No. Okay, back to the drawing board. It's okay. It's okay. So what was that? Need my cheat sheet. It's 144.
I'm glad I didn't start copying
46. Yes, good idea.
I was just waiting to see what you could do.
I thought of one bend. I didn't think of the other bend. I was trying to step it up. Okay, so trick is to keep within the panel. So this time I'm going to stamp on the panel. I still can use this element because that fits. Oops, sorry, you can't see that. I can still use this bit because that fits on perfectly. So I'm going to do the same concept, but
That's the big fluffy thing. Pinky thing.
place that there. And
So you're not actually going to stamp that one.
well, I'm not going to die cut
I
it.
mean, die cut it.
I am going to take this one off from there, and that's not going to be tacky, so I'm just going to use.
To go. And also get a little bit of wiggle room as well.
That will go there. And we'll use. Oops, oh, I'm going to close that ink pad. That was getting.
I think that looks better that way.
So I've got to make sure I place this leaf somewhere where it's not going to, but that still looks good. Just, I'm going to do some tricky gluing here.
Can you help me with the chicken gluing when I get to do that?
You might have to do yours off camera. There, I like that. And we might, just to decorate, or hold on, yeah, we could stamp some leaves right there. I think that will look good. But I think happy birthday will fit nicely there too.
I think I might use thanks.
Happy birthday will just fit as a stamp. So I'm going to mount that. I'm going to stamp that in Lost Lagoon. Making sure it's as close as to that corner possibly can, so that it doesn't get cut. Yay. Not perfectly straight, but, and then I'm going to add some leaves.
Ooh, now I'm going to start doing it.
And hold on, do we want any other elements? Do we want some more leaves? What do we think? Yay. Oh no, that's got the cut. So I'm going to go without, because we're going to cut that. Okay, so we're going to cut that now, and that is 144, so that's 72.
Wait, the happy birthday will be cut, wouldn't
No,
it?
it won't. I placed it so that it wouldn't be cut. 71, 70. So I'm going to cut it this way around. 71, 72. See?
Whoa, just.
I did. Look, I learnt. I learnt from my mistake.
You've done it a mistake before?
No, but I'm learning. Okay, so now I'm going to place these, and you're going to make sure that that cut edge goes right up to the cut edge, right there. And line that one up. So there's our front panel all finished.
Okay,
Happy birthday.
my turn.
Let's do the whole thing and then you can do yours off camera. Otherwise this video will be very long and people have things they need to do.
True.
So we're going to go with this panel, and I think I'm going to keep this one simple because I would like to be able to write on it. So I am going to stamp. Oh, I know. You said you liked that one.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stamp that one across the bottom. So ink that up in Melon Mambo. And which side should I use? That way or this way?
This way.
This way? I'm going to go across the bottom. So that'll give me space to write.
It looks magical.
It looks magical. Oh, I'm glad you think so. Too bad your birthday's passed. Okay, so we're going to have to cut this one in half now, and that will be 45 plus 3, 48. Oops, sorry, my dear.
That's right.
And we'll stick these down. Remember that this one's got a cut line, so it's going to sit flush with that edge. There. So we've got 1, 2, and now the next panel, this is the fun bit. The next panel sits right here. So whatever we stamp, are you looking, my dear? You're not looking. You're not looking.
Oh, looking at that.
So the next panel is the one behind. So you can make a choice whether you want stamping to show through so that it sees it on this position and this position, or just hide it in the center bit so that it's hidden while you're in the second position.
Oh.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
What do you want?
I'm gonna do show.
Show?
Right
Okay.
side.
I agree with that. I was hoping you'd say that. So, what are we going to stamp?
I was thinking doing the ink thing on the side. Just
Oh,
like-
okay, and that coordinates?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do that. Ooh. But this time, let's use the other edge. Wow, doesn't that look pretty? So that's gonna go there. Let's take a look. Wow,
Oh.
I love it.
Yeah.
Nice choice, my dear. Let's keep it simple. Yes. Okay, so we need to cut this one in half at 71. No, 72. And we'll stick these down.
Is it still really runny?
Yeah, we'll be running for a while now.
Yeah.
Remember that the edge
Needs to line up with the
flush. Down. And that gives you more writing space. My tummy just spoke. It said,
Uh-huh.
There. Okay. So let's just flip backwards for a moment. We've got happy birthday. We can write a message. We can write some more. And then we've got the finale. I think we should do all of stamping. cover it in stamping. Yeah, because, and then it'll be upside down there. Yeah. Cover it all in stamping. No fancy elements. We'll repeat what we did on the front, sort of. Not quite exactly. It's a different orientation, but ooh. I'm gonna go with this one in the corner. And
Remember
then,
there's a cut line.
yes, I know. I'm gonna and
Just doesn't make it across the cut line.
I'm going to, where is that one? Stamp and die cut that one out. And we definitely need some leaves, which we have one set there. That'll be there. Yeah. Can you die cut that out for me, please?
Big baby, mini baby.
Big baby, obviously. Oh!
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then I'm going to stamp in the last lagoon a leaf down here. Oh, I hope that didn't cut yet.
I just started cutting, but it didn't ruin it.
That's okay. That will be as so. We'll have that other flower there. And I think perhaps is enough. I might just add, I never do this on video, but I will today because I'm going to add, since it's my back one, I'm going to add my little watermark there. Okay, so if we can cut this one in half, 96, 45 plus 3,
Would you like to
45, 48. Yes, please. Just 1 second. 48. That is all lined up nicely. That'll go there, that'll go there. This will go here. Now I know it's going over the edge, but we will cut those extra bits off. And we'll add those leaves there. I'm going to take my paper snips, flip it over to the back, because then you can see the edge. And there. So I can glue this down, making sure that cut edge is lined up with the cut edge there. And this one. There. And there we have it. Boom. 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 And boom. And we can keep going. We just need to do one more thing.
And you can go backwards.
Well, backwards, I suppose you could. But if you're reading it,
Yeah.
depends on which way you write. But it's most logical going this way.
Yeah.
Kind of keeps going. So it is a little heavier than a regular card, but still fits nicely in the mail. But what one thing have we not done that we should do?
Envelope.
Yes! One for you and one for me.
Can I put big baby on
In just a moment, please, my dear. And I'm going to just, what we do in the middle of the card, add this beautiful, thank you for picking this stamp set. It's been a while since I've used it.
It's really pretty.
And I've just fallen in love again with it. And I've never used this colour combo. So there we go. There's my envelope. There's my card. Let's move on. What do we think, my dear? Does that hit the or does it get a thumb of approval?
Let's see. Check. Yeah.
I see your thumb. There.
Hey, thumb.
Thank you. So there we go. A little bit of a longer live, but it's not complicated. Once you get the hang of the never ending card, it is really not that complicated. It's just it has a lot of parts to it. But I think you will agree that it is absolutely worth it. So thank you so much for joining us. This is the last Little Miss Picks until next school holidays. She goes back to school on Monday.
Yay.
We will catch you. Well, I will catch you. Oh, Margaret's got a comment. And dust it off. Margaret said she has to dust up sandpaper. And I know, isn't that funny when you don't use something for a while and you see it again and you go, oh my goodness, that is so pretty. Anyhow, thank you so much and we'll catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.